Hi, I'm Judith Kolenburg.
I'm Edgar Elzerman, and this is PLMA Live.
For more than 25 years, the month of May has had a special meaning in the private label business. It is the time when manufacturers and retailers travel to Amsterdam for PLMA's annual World of Private Label International Trade Show.
This year's show was no exception. There were more than 4,700 exhibit stands and 50,000 buyers and visitors from over 110 countries. There were about 60 national pavilions promoting their country's companies and cultural specialties.
Many visitors concentrated on the food side, looking for interesting new products. Chef Berry Pronk toured the floor to find some of the most interesting foods in this year's show.
I'm here at the Specialiteitenbakkerij. They got a great variety of pies. When you look over here, they got the pecan cranberry, apple salted caramel. And what's great about it, come over here, they got single servings. So really small tarts, you can bake them at home in the oven. It comes in a small tray, like this. You put it in the oven, bake it, and then, well, it's really like you made them yourself at home. It's all natural products, really good taste, great variety, and the baking tray is made of carton board, recycled. Delicious. Here at Terra Loro, they got over 35 years of experience making pasta dough. Their specialty is that they're having a machine who combines two colors of dough, making one pasta. I will show you over here. For example, they have this farfalle, basilicum pomodoro, and that's green and red, all natural coloring. And they have the pasta al nero di sepia. You see the two colors combined to one pasta sort. And they also have different flavorings like farfalle al limone, so that's lemon taste. Also yellow and white pasta combined. The pasta I funghi porcini, also combined in two colors. So that's a really new and great tasty pasta sort. Over here we got the farfalle biotella rosa with red beet, combined with white pasta dough. A nice farfalle. Buon appetito. Over here we are at Van der Sterre Holland, and they got a great variety of cheeses. They got special toppings on the cheeses, like lavender thyme honey or chestnut mushrooms. And over here they got a cow cheese, 24 weeks old, covered with honey, and there's also honey in the milk, so it's a really nice sweet flavoring. Here's the same one, but then made of goat cheese, also 24 weeks old. Here the pumpkin and carrot, they also put the ingredients on top to make it look nice, but they're also into the cheese. So in the middle when you cut it, you see the pumpkin seeds and the carrot. And over here they got a great variety of cheeses with all kinds of flavoring. The pepper trio, walnut, green asparagus, the green pesto, the red pesto, all natural coloring, and the hot pepper, a coriander fenugreek cheese. So it really looks great and tastes even better. We're here at Ovi Food Partner. They're specialized in finger food, but then high quality, like these mini hamburgers. They got a great variety of burgers, also bagels, just defrost them and they're ready to eat. And another variety of warm snacks and cold snacks, all in mini format. So let's have a look over here. The burgers are there in a great variety. You got the normal hamburger with cheese, cheddar cheese, tomato, onion and sauces. For example, in the middle there's a black burger. It's colored with sepia, that's the ink from an octopus. You got small size hot dogs, an Italian burger, a green bun colored with spinach, and an Italian burger on top, and of course mozzarella cheese. And next to it we got a few warm varieties. You just defrost them, put them in the oven, and you can serve them direct. Here the one on the left side is the one with risotto and cheese and mushrooms. You also have cheese and bacon, and also a little puff pastry roll with cheese inside. Then they also have a variety of desserts and sandwiches. And this is the packaging. For example, the bagels, just defrost them and they're ready to serve. And the burgers, they are in a bigger box, just defrost them, put them in the oven and ready to serve. Really great taste and, well, they're special to look at. This is really good.
On the non-food side, Pascal Kuipers has been looking at exhibitors who are taking environmental protection very seriously.
Edgar, there were more than 75 companies on the non-food side that explicitly refer to reducing their environmental footprint in their product design. Replacing toxic and fossil ingredients by alternatives with a lower environmental impact is a key trend. Here are some examples. Household cleaners and detergents based on ecologic substances instead of chemicals is a good example. Like Cambo, a Belgian manufacturer of cleaning and maintenance products for homes, gardens, textiles and cars that are designed by either chemical or natural ingredients. Cambo says its R&D department is connected to the international research community to test new ingredients and continuously to raise the bar in designing products that are environmentally friendly. When it comes to replacing fossil ingredients by bio-based alternatives, the development of bioplastics is a prominent issue. The Swiss packaging manufacturer Logo Plastic supports this development. It also says that it is impossible to fully replace petrochemicals to produce plastics based on carbohydrate-rich crops like corn, sugarcane or potatoes. According to Logo Plastic, the main reason is the fact that these crops are direly needed to feed the world's growing population, which has a higher priority. But this doesn't mean that the bio-based development is wasted energy. Quite the contrary. According to the Swiss, developers should always consider options to replace petrochemical components of plastics by natural alternatives, like residues from mussels and oysters, or fiber-rich leftovers from crops like sugarcane or corn. The French company Lactips has a mission to create bioplastic from milk protein that is both biodegradable and water-soluble. To bypass the dilemma of priority for human consumption, Lactips states that it develops a recycling industry for milk that is unfit for human consumption. Also interesting is Dosling from France, which features a range of insecticides created with natural ingredients instead of chemical agents. Under its Ecoline label, the French say they trigger a revolution in the insecticides category with products that are fully biodegradable without any chemical components. Private label can be a very important avenue to increase awareness of products and packaging that are truly sustainable for people, planet and profit. Back to you.
While the annual World of Private Label is home to hundreds of small and medium-sized companies, national pavilions are playing an increasingly important role in bridging the gap between suppliers and retail buyers. Compared to PLMA's Chicago show, the number of pavilions is much higher. This is due to the international nature of the show, which gives many smaller countries a chance to demonstrate their potential, as well as other larger countries a place to emphasize the diversity of their suppliers. Amsterdam welcomed its first national pavilion in 1990, when the Israel Export Institute brought 12 companies as exhibitors. Over the years, the number of pavilions has grown, from 5 pavilions representing approximately 350 companies at the end of the 90s to 56 pavilions representing 1,350 companies this year. The total number of exhibitors is 2,500, so national pavilions represent more than 50% of the total number of suppliers. The largest national pavilions are Kulmesse from Köln, Germany, representing 240 stands, and ICE from Italy, which has 180 stands. Other major pavilions are France and Spain. The record for the country with the smallest pavilion is Malta, with just 1 company. Some countries are characterized by competing pavilion organizers. Poland has 3 different pavilion organizers, but together they make up 180 units. China has 6 pavilions organized by different regions with 120 stands. Its potential as a source of products is well known. There are 3 main reasons why an exhibitor decides to join a national pavilion. It's convenient, everything has been taken care of by the organizer. For a financial reason, there's still a lot of subsidy available, especially on the food side, or because the older pavilions have great locations on the show floor, which is very attractive for a new exhibitor. The pavilion concepts work well for both the bigger countries as well as the smaller ones. The bigger countries drive the concept because they can't afford not to get the exposure of a pavilion, and the smaller countries because they simply like to join the bigger ones. The bigger countries do have a lot of smaller suppliers they hope will be able to successfully export. Many visitors like national pavilions, especially if they are looking for a particular country's products. Others like national pavilions because they offer a taste of the country's culture. Sometimes a free beer or espresso or pastry. Here's one of my favorite pavilions at this year's show.
The show was more than products, however. New market research by Euromonitor is optimistic about private label growth in the year ahead. I spoke with Alexander Kottke, who delivered Euromonitor's report. You said that internet retailing is an opportunity for private label. Why is that?
Well, internet retailing is an opportunity for packaged food in general. And the point I was trying to make is that private label should not neglect this in order to remain successful. One way, however, that private label can really make use of internet retailing is through advertising, as its private label is often under-advertised across the continent, but this will be free space on the retailer's website in which they can really promote their private label products and convey the message that they believe in them.
Now let's join Veronica Carvalho for this month's headlines and a look at upcoming events.
Judith, the latest Nielsen market share statistics show that consumers across Europe are putting more retailer brand products in their shopping baskets. Private label market share has climbed to all-time highs in 10 European countries: Germany, Spain, Italy, the Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, Austria, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. Private label is also gaining against A brands in the UK, according to a new study by Kantar Wall-Panel. It found that overall private label sales climbed last year by 1.7%, while manufacturer brands' sales declined by 1.6%. The proportion of the UK population buying the top 10 branded products fell by an average of 2.5%. Lidl has launched its own web shop in China on Alibaba's online platform Tmall Global. The discounter will offer several of its private label brands online, including Combino, Belaram, and Sunday. Lidl is sourcing directly from Germany through its buying subsidiary in Hong Kong. Aldi Süd has launched a 15-part series of 10-minute videos featuring TV chef Sibylle Schönberger to promote its private label wine range. The videos follow Schönberger as she visits wine-growing areas, interviews experts, and prepares meals to accompany the wine. Migros in Switzerland has launched a range of healthy foods under a new brand called You. It includes sugar-reduced products and superfood snacks. All products have a simple and natural list of ingredients. In Portugal, private label is posting strong growth with personal hygiene products. Nielsen data shows that sales of retailer brands climbed more than 8% last year in the category. Looking at the calendar of industry events, July and August will be quiet. No major events are scheduled. Here at PLMA, the Executive Education Program at Nijmegen Business Universiteit will take place the 24th to the 26th of October. Back to you.
Thanks, Veronica. For Judith, Pascal, and myself, thank you for watching. We will see you again next month.